Hey guys, Aubrey here. Today I'm doing the Eureka Math Squared Grade 4, Module 4, Topic C. So let's get started. So first, Lesson 13, explanation part. Number 1, plot the fractions on the number line. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fractions. So we have 4/5, 2/3, 3/8. So let's see, we have 0 and 1. So this is 1/2. We know 3/8 is less than 1/2 because 1/2 of eighths will be 4/8. So this will be before the halfway mark. 2/3 is more than 1/2, which is over here. And then 4/5 is more than 1/2, which should be greater than 2/3. So now we can use this to compare a fraction. So 2/3 is greater than 1/2. Because it's further to the right of 1/2. And then B, 1/2 is greater than 3/8 because 3/8 is to the left of 1/2. 3/8 is less than 4/5, and then 4/5 is greater than 2/3. Alright. Number 2, explain how you can use the benchmarks 0, 1/2, and 1 to compare the fractions. Then write greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fractions. So we have 5/8 and 4/6. So, okay, what we know is that they're both greater than 1/2. And 1/8 is a smaller unit, but than 1/6. So 5/8 is closer to 1/2. And if 5/8 is closer to 1/2 than 4/6, then 5/8 must be smaller. Number 3, draw a quadrilateral that has one right angle and is not a triangle. So this is a sample one. There's probably more other correct answers, but you can see it has one right angle. It's quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and it's not a rectangle. Next, draw on the place value chart to divide, then fill in the blanks. Number 4, 5,264 divided by 2. So, pretty sure we did this before. So you draw it out, divide by 2, and then if you need to borrow anything, just regroup 10. Okay, this is lesson 13. Plot the fractions on the number line. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fractions. So first we have 3/7. 3/7 is less than 1/2. So it would be like somewhere over here. 4/6 is greater than 1/2. So I think it would be like around here. And 2/9 is less than 1/2. And 2 is less than 3, and 9 is a smaller unit, so it would be like around here. So 1/2 and 4/6 is to the right of 1/2, so it's greater. 3/7 is less than 1/2. 4/6 and 2/9. 4/6 is greater. 2/9 and 3/7. 2/9 is less than 3/7. Alright, another one. 0, 1. This is 1/2. So 3/5. 3/5 is greater than 1/2. 2/8 would be pretty low, so right here. And 3/4. Alright, so 3/4 would be, say, around like over here. So 3/4 and 1/2. 3/4 is greater than 1/2. 3/5 is less than 3/4 because 5/5 are smaller fractions than fourths. Now 2/8 is less than 1/2, and 3/5 is greater than 2/8. Now explain how you can use the benchmarks 0, 1/2, and 1 to compare the fractions. Then write greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fraction. So 1/7 and 1/9. So you can say ninths are smaller fractions So 1/9 would be closer to 0 than 1/7. So that means 1/9 is less than. So 1/7 is greater than 1/9. And number 4, 3/8 and 4/6. So 3/8 is less than 1/2, but 4/6 is greater than 1/2. So 4/6 is greater than 1/2, but 3/8 isn't. So 3/8 is less than 4/6. So it's less than 4/6. Alright, and number 5, draw a quadrilateral that has 2 right angles and is not a triangle. Let's see, we could do 1, 2, 3. So we have a right angle right here, 2 right angles, and we can just connect it up here. So it's not a triangle. It's not a rectangle, and it has 2 right angles. Number 6, draw on the place value chart to divide, then fill in the blanks. So 4,869. Divide by 3. I'm going to start with the thousands. This is 1, 2, 3. And this one goes and becomes 10 over here. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now tens, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And finally ones, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So 4,869 divided by 3 is 1,000, plus 600 plus 20 plus 3. So our answer is 1,623. Alright, now lesson 14, explanation part. Number 1, represent the pair of fractions with the tape diagram. Use greater than, equal to, or less than, and compare the fractions. So 2/4 is less than 8/12. So if you draw it out, you can obviously see that 2/4 is has less shaded end than 8/12. And also 2/4 is equal to 6/12, and 6 is less than 8. So 8/12 is greater. Number 2, represent the pair of fractions on the number line. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fraction. So same thing, 4/6. Actually, you can find the common denominator. 6 times 2 is 12, so 4/6 can become 8/12. And 8 is greater than 7, which means 4/6 is greater. Number 3, compare the pair of fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Show your thinking by using pictures, numbers, or words. So 5/9 and 2/3. So 5/9 is less than 6/9. So 5/9 is less than 2/3. Because 2/3 can be transformed to 6/9. Now use the redraw right process to solve the problem. The tape diagram has been drawn for you. So number 4, there are 1,950 chocolates available to put into boxes. Each box holds 9 chocolates, so how many boxes can be filled? 1,000 is about how many? So 1,950 can round down to 1,800 divided by 9, which is 200 boxes of chocolates. And now the exact number, you get 216 remainder 6. So there would be exactly 216 boxes filled with 6 chocolates that aren't filled. So 6 chocolates. And our answer is reasonable because it's really close to our estimate. Okay, lesson 14. Number 1, represent the pair of fractions with the tape diagram. Use greater than, equal to, or less than, and compare the fractions. So first, 2/5. Let's see. So 2/5 is 2/5, and 2/5 is equal. We can transform this times 2 is 4/10. Oh my God. 4/10. And then now another thing we could do. So 6/10. This is 6/10. You can obviously see 6/10 has more shaded in, which means it's greater. Number 2, represent the pair of fractions on the number line. Use greater than, equal to, or less than, and compare the fractions. So first we have 3/4, and also 3/4. If you transform it, find a common denominator, you can get 9/12. So here's 3/4 or 9/12. So (10/12) really would be right here. And it's further down the number line, which means 10/12 is greater. Compare each pair of fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Show your thinking by using pictures, numbers, or words. Okay, so 2/3 and 6/9. So let's see, 2/3, if you multiply, 2/3, 2 times 3 over 3 times 3, you can find the common denominator, which is 9. So 6/9 and 6/9, they're equal. And 5/12, let's see, 1/3, 3 times 4 is 12. So we multiply by 4. We get 4/12 is less than, so 5/12 is greater. Now use the redraw right process to solve the problem. The tape diagram has been drawn. Number 5, there are 1,778 eggs available to put into cartons. Each carton holds 6 eggs. So about how many cartons of 6 eggs can be filled? We can round up to 1,800. Divide by 6, and that'd be 300. So about 300 cartons. Okay. And exactly how many? 1,778 divided by 6. Let's do long division on the side. So this would be 2, 9, and then, alright, and then drag down the 8. 6 times, so remainder 2. So our answer is 296, remainder 2. So exactly 296 cartons of 6 eggs. And see how many eggs will not be used. So the remainder is 2. So 2 eggs. Is your answer reasonable? Yes. Since 296 is close to our estimate of 300. Alright, next, lesson 15, explanation part. Number 1, represent the pair of fractions with the tape diagrams. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fractions. So 2/3 and 8/10. 2/3, find the common denominator, it's equal to 8/12. So if you draw it out and shade it in, you can see 8/10 is, 8/12, yeah, 8/10 is shaded in more, which means, I think, 8/12. So both, I think this might be a mistake, because these are not the same numerator. Yeah, they're not. But you can still see that 8/10 is greater. And number 2, represent the pair of fractions on the number line. 3/4 and 9/12. You can find that they're on the same plot, the same point, which means they're equal. Number 3, compare the pair of fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Share your thinking by using pictures, numbers, or words. So 2/5 equals 2 times 2 over 2 times 5, which is 4/10, which is less than 4/6, because our numerator is the same, but our denominator, 10, is greater than 6, which means 10 is separated into more pieces, so 4/6 is greater. Now number 4, write 2 different equations to show 6/5 composed as a sum of fractions. Draw a model to justify one of your answers. So 4/5 plus 2/5 or 5/5 plus 1/5. Either one works, but for the second one, 5/5 and 1/5. This is lesson 15. Number 1, represent the pair of fractions with the tape diagrams. Use greater than, equal to, or less than and compare the fractions. Alright, so we have one of these is 4/8. So this is 4/8. And 2/3. 2/3. So you can see that 2/3 has more shaded in, so 2/3 is greater. Number 2, represent the fractions on the number line. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fraction. So 4/5 would be right here, and 8/10 would also be right here. So they're on the same point, which means they're equal. Now compare each word or fractions. Compare each pair of fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Share your thinking by using pictures, numbers, or words. So 2/5 and 4/8. Let's see. 2/5. Let's just do a tape diagram. 2/5. And this whole thing is 1. And then now we have 4/8. You could barely see, but 4/8 has more shaded in, so it's greater. Right now, 3/4 and 6/10. So this is 3/4 and 6/10. So you can see that 6/10 is less. It's 3/4 is greater. Alright, and number 5, write two different equations to show 8/6 decomposed. Write two different equations to show 8/6 decomposed as a sum of fractions. So draw a model to justify one of your answers. 8/6. We could do, let's do 5/6 plus 3/6. Or let's do 4/6 plus 4/6. So I'm going to do 5/6 plus 3/6. So, wait, what am I doing? So this is my 5/6 plus 3/6. 5/6 plus 3/6 is equal to 8/6. Alright, next lesson 16, explanation part. Number 1. Rename the pair of fractions by using common denominators. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare the fraction. So let's see, 2/3, and 4/5. So 4/5 equals, let's see, 4 times 3 over 5 times 3, which is 12/5. And 2/3 equals 2 times 5 over 3 times 5, which is 10/5. So you don't know, if one of the fractions can't be transformed onto the other, or like find a common denominator that is the other fraction, then you can multiply both denominators by each other. So 5 times 3 and 3 times 5. So then you can find that 12/5 and 10/5, and the 4/5, 12/5 is greater. Now number 2. Rename the pair of fractions by using common denominators. Use greater than, equal to, or less than to compare. So 5/12 equals 3 times 5 over 3 times 12, which is 15/36. And 3/7 equals 5 times 3 over 5 times 7, which is 15/35. So 15/36 is less than 15/35. Alright. Number 3, the crew on a ferry keeps track of how many passengers the ferry has each day. The ferry has 10,164 passengers on Monday and 6,943 passengers on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, the ferry has 2,304 passengers more than on Monday. On Thursday, the ferry has 1,320 fewer passengers on Tuesday. So how many passengers does the ferry have in all? Use the equation to show how you found your answer. Okay, so this is a lot of work here. So first, add the number on Monday and plus 2,304 to find Wednesday. Then 6,943 minus 1,320 equals 5,623, which is a number on Thursday. So add all these numbers together, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you get 35,198. Is your answer reasonable? So yes, it is, because we can estimate it and see that it's close. Alright, this is lesson 16. Rename each pair of fractions By using common denominators, use greater than, equal to, or less than and compare the fractions. So 4/6 and 3/4. Let's see, 4/6, 4 times 2 over 6 times 2. That's 8/12. And 3/4 equals 3 times. So it's 9/12. 9/12 is greater than 8/12, so 3/4 is greater. And now number 2, 1/2 and 4/5. So this is 1/2. And 4/5. So one way we can do it is we can multiply by 5, get 5/10. So and then 4/5 multiplied by 2 equals 8/10. So 8/10 is greater, which means 4/5 is greater. Now rename each pair of fractions by using common numerators. Use greater than, equal to, or less than and compare the fractions. Alright, let's see. Common numerators. 4 sevenths and 5/9. We can do 4/7. We can multiply by 5. Get 20/35. And then 5/9 multiplied by 4. 20/36. So 20/36 is less than 20/35. So 20/35, which is 4/7, is greater. Number 4, 2/3 and 8/10. 2/3. So this is 16/24. Now 8/10. This is 16/20. So 16/24 is less than 16/20. So 16/20 or 8/10 is greater. Alright, number 5, Mr. Davis keeps track of how many steps he takes each day. He walks 11,234 steps on Monday and 7,586 steps on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Mr. Davis walks 1,620 more steps than on Monday. So that's 1. And on Thursday, he walks 430 fewer steps than on Tuesday. So how many does he walk? So first we're going to find how much he walked on Wednesday. So 11,234 plus 1,000 is 12,234. 12,854. Okay, so that's on Wednesday, and then Thursday. So 7,586 minus 430. So that's 156. 7,156. Okay, so now we add plus 7,586 plus 12,854 plus 7,156 equals. Alright, so then 3,830. 30 steps. And just box that. So is our answer reasonable? Well, let's see, we can round. So 11,000 plus 2,000 equals 13,000 on Wednesday. And then we're on 8,000 minus 400 equals 7,600. So we add that together. $11,000 plus 8,000 plus 13,000 plus 39,600. So our answer is reasonable since it's close to the estimate. Alright, next, lesson 17, explanation part. Compare the fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Explain your strategy by using pictures, numbers, or words. 17 fifths, 15 sixths. Just plot on the number line, and you can see 17 fifths is further down, so it's greater. Here, what they did was they compared it. They ignored the whole number because they're equal, so they only looked at the fraction part. And 3/4, you can bring that up to 9/12 and compare from there. 5 halves and 10/3. 5 halves, if you find the same numerator, you would see that 10/4 is less than 10/3. Add by using the standard algorithm, just simple adding. Regroup your tens, carry your 10. Alright, so compare the fractions by using greater than, equal to, or less than. Explain your strategy by using pictures, numbers, or words. 14/4 and 12/5. Alright, let's find the same denominator. 4ths equals 14 times 5. 9. This is 70 20ths. And 12/5 equals 12 times 4 over 5 times 4, which is 48 20ths. So you can obviously see 70 20ths is greater than 48 20ths. So 14/4 is greater. And number 2, 2 and 2/3, 3 and 3/6. Well, the whole numbers are the same, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's look at 2/3 and 3/6. 2/3 we can multiply by 2 to get the same denominator. So 4/6, and that's greater than 3/6. So 3 and 2/3 is greater. 11/3 and 7/2. Let's see, 11/3. Let's find the same denominator. 22/6 equals 7 times 3. 21/6. 22/6 is greater than 21/6. So 11/3 is greater. 2 and 2/4. 2 and 6/10. So the whole number is the same, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's see, 2/4 and 6/10. Well, okay. 2/4. Let's make it that all equals 2 times 3. So that's equal to 6/12. So 6/12 is less than 6/10. So then 2 and 6/10 is greater. Alright, add by using the standard algorithm. 5 plus 6 is 11. 4 plus 1 is 5. 3 plus 7 is 10. 2, 3 is 5. 6. 13, 5. 53,006. Oh wait, no, oh my god. No, 536,051. Yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helps. And please don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps on my channel. And please feel free to leave down any comments below if you have any questions. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!